Hello, it's me, Aiden. Welcome back to some 999. Good to be back. I mean, I've literally recorded the last episode like earlier today, but I'm happy to be back at night. Last time we finished the laboratory, but it just looped back to the C section. Basically, we went through those doors to get some special keys. So it's actually a good thing that they went through the third door because there's probably another special key to get. Yeah, I'm good to go. Got some hot chocolate here. It's my first time trying this one, so ooh, it's like a special taste test. It's Nestle Carnations. I like the Nestle brand for the instant coffee, so I decided to pick up their hot chocolate. Actually, like had one, but I had like a big cup full of water, and it tasted really bland, and I didn't read the instructions. So you actually need like a regular sized cup. So I just wasted one, which made me feel kind of sad. But I also bought milk, so it should be good. But I also, just let me rant a bit. On the package, it says you use 3/4 of a cup as your mix, which is insane to me. What kind of any instant drink uses not even a whole cup, 3/4 of a cup? That seems like a scam. Hopefully it's good though, but since it's milk instead of water, it probably is. But yeah, one thing about COVID, I mean, COVID is generally bad, but I haven't been going out and getting my hot drinks. Like I usually get like a bi-weekly hot chocolate or some fancy drink at one of the many coffee shops. You got your Tim Hortons, your Second Cup, your Coffee Time, your Starbucks, and I'd usually just order something. Like I don't know what I'm ordering. It all sounds like fancy stuff to me, but I like to do that, so it's good to have it. Actually, let's just take a sip now. Please don't be shit. It's not bad. I think the milk really carries it. I don't know if I'd be able to drink this with water, but it's definitely not bad. Anyways, with the power of hot chocolate, I am now like super energized. So we're in the basement. Not the basement, the E deck, which is I think the second lowest place because there's another thing on the screen right there below it. But yeah, so it should be good. Let's look around. Not don't get too ahead of ourselves. We're only me and June. We don't really have any muscle here to take care of anything. So yeah, let's just continue on. After one more sip. It's been so long. They tentatively stepped out and looked around. No fish going about their fishy business, or jellyfish floating lazily through the water. There was, however, a blowfish, or at least something that looked very much like one. June's cheeks were puffed out and her mouth a tiny, intense frown. Show it. It sounds cute. Oh, she's holding her breath. I see.
大丈夫だよ。やっぱりこの辺りは水没を免れてるんだ。だって見りゃわかんだろうがそのぐらい。
You don't even feel any water. June looked around nervously, then exhaled.
本当だ。全く浸水してませんね。
だろ
でもこの上には何トンもの水の塊が。
ああ、乗っかってることになるな。
Yeah, that's a little spooky.
もしも天井が抜け落ちてきちゃったらどうします？
Don't think about it. Junpei thought about that for a moment. I told you not to think about it.
上から濡れる。
Probably die, to be honest.
とにかくこの辺りを調べたらすぐに引き返そう。
Yep, I agree.
ヤシロとサンタはもう戻ってるかもしれないし。
わかりました。了解です。
さてと。
Junpei glanced around the room they'd found themselves in. Cage? The first thing he noticed was a set of thick iron bars. They ran the length of the room, separating the left elevator from the right one.
鉄格子か。ここは抜けられそうもないな。
ですね。
逆側はどうだ？
In the corner of the room that housed the elevators, Junpei found an opening. Yeah, it's like the same setup with the kitchen thing. He walked up to it and stuck his head around the corner. Ooh,
こっちは長
sits.
い直線通路になってるみたいです。
Can we do sits? So we need 15 or 24. But we probably wouldn't do 24 because the team usually splits. How are we looking for a 15? So me plus June, 11. So 4, Clover. Ooh, one of my favorites. What if we... So we need 24. Damn it. Oh, we can put Ace in, but I don't think... that's too much people. That's 4. It'd be a 4-3 split. I mean, I guess it depends what numbers there are. That'd be us. No, that'd be 5. Never mind. There's no way we can do that. Unlucky.
突き当たりのドアに何か書いてあるな。
Yes.
確かめに行きましょう。
It's a number door. What, you can't see it from here? Junpei and June set off down the hallway at a brisk clip. Somewhere between a run and a jog. Is clip a word for, like, run walking? Huh? Who uses that? I've never heard that used like that. Verb, fasten or to be fastened with clips or clips. No. No, that's not. Brisk clip. Is there more? A brisk I mean, it has to be. Merriam-Webster. Help me. Clip, noun. It's definitely not a noun, right? Verb. To cut off with or as if. No. No. To hit, punch, to curtail / diminish. No, no. To illegally block a player in football. To clip something, to travel or pass rapidly. There it is, an intransitive verb. There you go. Who the heck uses that? Shame on you, game. Don't take out your thesaurus on me. I have enough trouble as it is. At least we learned something. It's actually been a bit since we had some weird trivia, right? Just because we weren't with June, so... Hopefully we get our next team with June so we can get some more trivia. Before long, they found themselves in front of the door. On it was a number written in bright red.
やっぱりだ。
ナンバリングドアですね。
And indeed, there was a red bolted on the wall right next to the door.
でも二人だけではどうすることもできませんね。
戻ろう。みんなに知らせるんだ。
はい。
Okay. At least we found one. Junpei and June turned and headed back to the sea deck. On their way back, Junpei noticed a map on the wall. Hey, map tech already. Easy.
船内マップか。念のため持っていくか。
Hey, what happened to the robot voices?
そうか。
And we thought we used to do robot voices, unless he was saying that out loud. They met back up with... Oh, they found 1. 1's interesting. 1's easy, so you just need 10. No, 10's the only one way to get in, right? So me and June can't do it, ever. It'd have to be really low. So it can't be me and Clover. It'd have to be like me, Santa, and Ace. Oh wait, no. We're 5. We're 5, not 6. Oh, we can't do Clover then. We can do us, Clover, and Ace. That's a much better team than Santa and Ace, to be honest. But we'd have to leave June again, huh? And we'd have to leave Lotus, our secondary best girl. Tragic. They met up back with Santa and Lotus, who had explained what they found. Apparently there was another numbered door in the A deck, just like the one on the E deck beyond the door that the Earth Key opened. According to Santa and Lotus, there was a 1 on the door.
これで俺たちは新たに6の扉と1の扉を発見したってことになるのか。
それにしてもイーデッキが水没してなかったとは驚きね。
They were baiting us. Lotus was quiet for a moment, lost in thought.
いや、イーデッキの全部が無事かどうかはわからないよ。俺たちが見たのはエレベーターの周辺だけだし。
I feel like there might be a submarine, but maybe that's too hopeful.
だとしても同じよ。
As our
当の事実
exit.
であることに変わりはないわ。
しかも通路の先には6の扉があったんだろ。
Yep.
ってことはゼロはこうなることを全部計算に入れた上で
You would think so.
この船を大改造したってことになる。
とても正気の沙汰とは思えないわね。
そうですね。一体どれだけの時間とお金をかけたんでしょう。
おそらく天文学的な数字だろうな。
だとすると、やっぱり一宮が言っていたように、どこかの莫大な資金を持った組織による犯行と見るのが自然かな。
Yeah. Interesting.
ええ、そうかもしれないわね。
Who would it be? That thought made them all go quiet for a moment. I hate that resting Santa face. Why does it look so weird? Why is one of his eyes just open? Freaks me out. Don't look at me like that, buddy. You wonder why I don't bring you along anymore. June bit her lip while Lotus sighed softly to herself, and Santa cracked a stiff neck and stared off into the distance at nothing.
そろそろ帰らないとまずいんじゃないでしょうか。
Why? We're waiting for our guys. And June looked up at Junpei with large pleading eyes.
ああ、そうだな。
Oh, okay.
一宮たちが戻ってきてるかもしれないし。
Meet them closer, I guess.
1の扉なら私と紫と純平くんで開けるけどね。
Wait, can we? No. Wait. Oh yeah, we can. We hit 20. Wait. No, we don't. Wait, how? Wait. Oh, bring out the calculator. My brain can't immediately understand. Wait, we do hit 20. We don't. Wait, why did I do that? Yeah, we do hit 20. Wait. Oh, 10. Oh, yeah, you can do it with 19. Wait, 1 plus 9. Oh, I forgot about that option. I mean, that's a pretty good squad. Lotus and June. I think we'll go with that if we can. Though I do like Clover too. Guess we'll see.
あ？俺を置き去りにするつもりか？
Yep, you're trimmed. Yeah, I totally forgot about 1 plus 9. Jeez. Yeah.
冗談よ。
Oh,
さあ、行きましょう。
well, we'll see. I wouldn't mind that team though. Sounds like a squad and a half, to be honest. Lotus's words were all the impetus they needed. Back to the large hospital room they went. Go, go, go! The moment they stepped inside, a tremendous voice echoed across the room. Oh, my bad. Were you scared? It was 7.
セブン？
Oh. What happened? Ace was right behind him, and Clover was behind Ace, although she seemed to be hanging back.
なんだ？
It looked as though there were something strange about them. 7 had the look of a man who'd seen a ghost, Ace was just as pale, and Clover looked as though she was only moments from passing out entirely. For a long moment, they simply stood there looking at one another. Junpei looked around nervously, waiting for someone else to speak. No one did. He looked at 7.
何かあったのか？
あったところの騒ぎじゃねえんだよ、バカ野郎！
A reasonable one. 7 was trying very hard to be angry, but something had shaken him hard. His shoulders were trembling, and his voice was strained.
ニルスがな。ニルスが。
Is he actually dead? 7 couldn't finish. He just looked away, his face twisted by. Junpei wasn't sure what. Is he dead in the third? Oh no, it doesn't work. I was gonna say, what if? Because again, Ace, 9, and Snake can go into the third door. What if like Ace killed both of them and just used their bracelets and hid Snake's body in there? I mean, if that works, then that's a strat. Instead, Ace spoke. He took a deep breath, closed his eyes, and spoke. There you go. Yo, I mean, that's the only way. If he's actually in the third door, then I'm thinking it's Ace. Ace's sus meter just went up, but I'm not actually sure they're allowed to do that. Oh, is he exploded? Then that means someone must have tricked him to go in there alone. That has to be the answer. So Snake is 2. Sorry, we gotta do some math. So we need 3, which is 12 or 21. So could 2 people do this? Let's say Clover was there. Just 6. Plus you need 6, so it's Clover and June. Nah. I mean, it's obvious he's. I mean, now the answer is if he's exploded, then he went there illegally, or like someone like opened 3 people opened the door and like someone pushed him in or whatever. That's what I'm thinking. So that might mean that there's 2 people working together, or evil. 8 plus, let's see, Lotus plus Snake, then you need 2, so it wouldn't work. So Lotus is probably clear. 7 plus 2 is 9. Then you would need 3. 7 and Santa, don't trust that at all. June plus 2 is 8, so you'd need 4. June and Clover is weird. It's obviously not us. So it's June and Clover, or Santa and 7 are the 2 sus pairs. Low key though, June and Clover actually, well, I super like them. I don't hate Clover actually wanting to kill Snake, and it was just a facade. I don't know though. I'm just theorizing here. It was as if all the air had suddenly been sucked out of the room. Junpei felt his heartbeat quicken and he realized he was having trouble breathing. He could feel sweat beading on his forehead and neck. June, Santa, and Lotus looked the way he felt. Dude, I'm sussing 7 now. I'm sussing Ace, I'm sussing Santa. Those are my 3 top susses. All 3 were frozen in place, their faces white.
嘘でしょ。
とにかく私たちも確かめに行きましょう。
ああ、そうだな。
They nodded to one another and headed for the number 3 door.
違う、そっちじゃねえ。何？3の扉じゃないのか？
They stopped short and turned to look at 7. He was pointing at the door with no number. Oh, okay, that...
ドライバーをかませておいた。ロックはかかってねえから、そっちの数字の書かれてない方のドアから入れ。
Oh. Wait, no one ever went through that door? No, wait, no, it was locked. It was totally locked. I remember it being locked. Junpei tried to open it. Okay. So someone unlocked it and put Snake's body in there. Oh wait, that changes things. Oh, now I gotta take away my sus of 7.
通路の左手にあるシャワー室の中だ。そこのドアにも同じようにほうきの絵が挟み込んである。
つまりナンバリングドアを通らなくても出口の方からそのシャワー室とやらに入れるってことだな。
ああ、そうだ。
そういうことなら決まりだな。
Okay, so someone opened that door. I guess that doesn't really answer anything though. Their new destination cleared, Junpei and his companions headed for the door with no number. Because we definitely tried to open that. I'm 100% sure of that. Once in the hallway, it was easy to spot the metal door on the left wall.
このドアか。 さっき通った時には
Yeah. But now, just as Seven said, there was a broom stuck between the door and the frame keeping it open.
それじゃ進むぞ。
Rip Snake. Could we have prevented this with another option? I don't know. They looked at it for a moment, then stepped inside.
ひどい匂いね。
So it wasn't like the ninth man. He didn't explode, right? Lotus wrinkled her nose and covered her mouth in disgust. I mean, I guess he could have still. But then it could have been any number combination then. Actually, if it wasn't found in 3. Which makes it a lot harder to think about. Lotus wrinkled her nose and covered her mouth in disgust. Even Santa pinched his nose shut.
本当にひどいな。吐きそうだぜ。
It was just as bad as they said, perhaps worse. A hideous smell filled the air so that they could almost taste it. It was sour and smelled of fish, feces, and burnt meat. It worked its way through Junpei's nose and down his throat to pound against the entrance to his stomach. He put his hand over his mouth and struggled to keep what little was in his stomach where it belonged.
どこで見るぞ。
It says LR or LLR. Message? Expose the culprit? LLR. They didn't have enough to wonder where the body is. Or is that another? Looks like LLR to me. Or just LR for sure. Sorry, I'm thinking. Or RLL. I guess that doesn't change anything.
そこか。
Can't really match that to anyone. There's blood everywhere, a few arms of the splatter reaching towards them as they walked in through the door. All one had to do was follow the many radical arms to their source. The body itself was hidden behind a divider.
紫。お前はここで待ってろ。いいから黙って言うことを聞くんだ。いいな。
He didn't give her a chance to say no. He put his hand on her shoulder as if to shove her into the ground like a tent pole, turned and walked toward the end of the divider. Good luck. It felt like it took an eternity for him to get there. Santa and Lotus followed, timid and nervous as a pair of children. Eventually, they reached the divider. They looked at one another and nodded slowly. Junpei put his hand on the divider and peered around the corner. For a moment, he forgot to breathe. He felt his heart collapse in his chest like an empty cigarette carton, and time froze. He knew in that instant that he would take the image before him to the grave. What was left of the body sat in a sea of blood. Okay, you know, I don't want to ruin the moment, but if it's literally just chunks of flesh, then it doesn't necessarily mean that snake. It could be the ninth man's body all scrunched up or something. I didn't see that. You know, just my naturally suspicious self, okay? What was left of the body sat in a sea of blood. Chunks of flesh torn from the body sat in the blood like tiny islands in a great red sea. A vast, ragged hole had been torn in the torso, and what remained of his intestines spilled out like fresh spaghetti. Smaller chunks of meat had splattered against the wall and became stuck there as they dried. Globules of yellowish fat had left trails like tiny sludge, as gravity pulled them down the wall, even as they dried to it.
一宮が言ってた通りだな。
Santa's voice was strained. Junpei suspected he was holding down some vomit of his
あ
own.
の9番の男と同じだ。 バングルの起爆送信機が作動して、体内の小型爆弾が炸裂したんだろう。
I'm guessing there is indicators that it is Snake, though. It looked as though the explosion had been quite powerful.
ひどい。精神めちゃくちゃ。
Okay, so yeah. So there's parts of him
骨が
left.
飛び出て。
解放骨折を起こしてるな。
His left leg were both bent in an odd, unnatural way, and his left arm had been split open, exposing the painfully white bone of his ulna. His bracelet lay next to him. It seemed to have hit the wall hard enough to have shattered the display, which lay on the ground in pieces.
それよりひどいのは顔ね。
ひどいありさまだ。もはや誰だか。
They're really making me suspect that it's not Snake, though. Half of his head had simply collapsed. The blood coating almost made it look like a raw pizza dough covered in tomato sauce. His clothes, too, were covered in blood. The burgundy tie, the white shirt, the jacket with the yellow piping, and the gray slats.
この服は。
They were all familiar to Junpei. Okay, clothes identifier. I'm just saying that Ace Snake pair up using the ninth man's corpse. Still an option. I mean, Ace is definitely the most suspicious since he had the most time to do something like this.
間違いないわ。ニルスね。
But, you know, it could also be Snake, and I could be overthinking, as per usual. Lotus's voice was unnaturally deep and strained, and Junpei heard it catch her throat, in her throat. Can we examine the area? There was an LLR. Lotus. I don't know what that would mean, though. I can't think of the hints. Or just LR. The squeal of tortured metal made Junpei's teeth curl. It sounded like the noise a ghost would make. No matter how many times he heard it, he never got used to it. Every time, it put him on edge. It didn't help that there was a girl nearby who looked far more like a ghost than a living human should. It was Clover. She sat on the edge of the bed, her head drooping listlessly onto her chest. Her eyes were blank and stared across the room at nothing. Her breathing was slow and mechanical. Aside from the rise and fall of her chest, she didn't move. Junpei felt as if even a nudge might cause her to shatter into 1,000 pieces.
おそらくニルスは殺されたんだろう。あの9番の男が死んだ時と同じような状況に追い込まれてな。
Guess that is murder. Seven lowered his voice slightly in an effort to keep Clover from hearing what he had to say. There were 4 other people in the room with Junpei and Seven. Ace, Santa, June, and Lotus. Seven looked at each one of them in turn and continued.
やった方法は実に単純明快だ。簡単に説明することができる。
Yeah. The thing is... Well, actually, I guess they could put him in a room and then pull him out before the door closes so his bracelet would activate. Right?
まず犯人たちはニルスと共にレッドで認証を行い3の扉を開いた。
You see, this is what I was thinking, but it doesn't have to be door 3. It could literally be any of the doors. Wait. Unless I'm confused about how this no number door lock is, like, did 7 open it after going through door 3? Then that would actually change things. But in general, it just could have been when we were looking for some other stuff. 2 other people gained up on Snake through any door, so it can literally be a lot of combinations.
その奥へとニルスだけを
I don't know why it has to be 3. If it's 3, then Ace should be like the biggest suspect. Unless I'm totally just missing the door stuff. Okay. I stuck a screwdriver in there to keep the door from closing all the way. I don't understand this. So he opened the door, but it was gonna close automatically. So he put a screwdriver in. Wait. Oh, I'm stupid, I think. I understand now. So basically, they went through this door 3 and then they sort of did a wraparound. And that's the exit of door number 3. Was that the exit of door number 5 or the other 2? Probably. Okay, I'm tripping. Don't worry, I caught myself. If you answered my question about it. I still don't know why it had to be door number 3 and not any other door. I just because we were active, but it could have just been like super fast. I don't know.
孤立したニルスになすすべはない。それでも奴は諦めなかった。無駄だとは知りながらもネットを求めてシャワー室へと飛び込んでいった。藁にもすがる思いでな。だが掴んだ藁は所詮は藁だ。
Was the dead there? I guess it was. I didn't notice it.
ネットで認証を行ってもバングルの起爆タイマーが停止するわけはなかった。止めるにはレッドで認証を受けた者全員がデッドに触れなければならない。そしてゲートをくぐってから81秒が経過。その結果があれだ。
なるほど。だから犯人たち
What about the LR?
ナンバリングドアを開くにはニルスを含めて3人以上
Yeah,
は
you
必
do
要
need
だ。
2 people.
犯人1人とニルスだけでは
Teams?
扉は絶
You
対に
think
開かない。
Lotus would do it? I don't know. I think Santa would do it. Santa, Ace, 4 plus. That's not even enough. It can't be Santa and Ace then. It can be Santa and 7.
そういうことだ。要するに単独犯じゃなくて複数犯ってことになる。
So basically, what if it's more than 3 though? What if it's a bunch of people? What if it's the 21 option? Then we'd be screwed.
念のため確認しておきたい。もしも今の推理が正しいとするならニルスが殺されたのは
Yeah.
全員で分かれてレッドの基盤を探してた時だろうな。
That's what I think. Okay, we're on the same page. So why is it 3 then? Why can't it be any other number?
ニルスがいなくなってるのに気づいたのは
Oh wait, no.
その後のことだ。
Okay, I'm stupid. Because the shower room is through 3, but the exit is through the door? Through the no-name door, I guess? But no, that doesn't make sense. I'm so confused. Fuck. The no-name door is the exit of 3. But wouldn't it... I don't know. Whatever.
ことは全員のアリバイがなかったことになるよ。
That's right. Just suspect Let's just say it is 3. I'm a little confused. I guess they just couldn't go through because he only had 81 seconds. So that means the only point of 3 was opening the dead and then going through there and escaping through the back. Was like the door number 3 only meant for like Snape's corpse, which would be really weird. Or somebody's corpse, I
み
guess.
んなそれぞれ自分の担当箇所に分かれて基盤を探してたわけで。
だね。
ちょっと待ってください。二人ともどうかしてますよ。
June seems shocked.
なんだか当たり前みたいに平然と言ってますけど、それって私たちの中に犯人がいる
No,
って
he's implying two of us are.
しかも一人だけじゃない。二人以上は
At
確
least
実にいる
Seven's
こと
being sharp. But I don't trust you.
よさないかセブン。
Okay, if we're just doing 3 then, we can do some math on some teams. So we already know the Santa 7 strat. So basically you just need to make 10. So it can be June Clover, Santa 7. There's no 9, there's no... Unless, again, Ace used the dead guy's 9. The dead guy's bracelet and pushed Snake in. That could also be it. It's not us, so we don't need to worry about that, but it couldn't... It'd have to be more. And it could be more than just 2 people, too.
こんなところで猜疑心を煽ってどうする。それこそゼロの思うツボだろ。ゼロの思うツボ。そうとも。これは奴の仕掛けてきたゲームなんだぞ。
Oh, I just thought of something. But does it work? What about Ace June Snake? No, it's not. I'm just thinking because the last person who entered their room was June. Technically. I know it's not a lot of time, but and I don't even think it would work, but like technically we were the second last and we entered before we saw June enter, but I don't think that works since she already used her number, so never mind. I thought that might have been some sneaky hint.
ゲームであるからには必ず勝者と敗者が生まれる。9の扉に入れた者が勝者、あぶれた者が敗者だ。奴はその勝敗を我々に競わせようとしてるんだ。
つまり意図的に内部分裂を起こさせようと。
そういうことだ。
Well, maybe. What if it wasn't even Zero doing it? It's just 2 people that have decided to team up.
だからこそ我々は疑心暗鬼に陥ってはならないんだ。
Does anyone equal? No.
互いを信頼し、結束を固めなければならない。
Okay, Ace, you're low-key the most sus for this kill for me, to be honest. Just because of the possible using the 9th man's bracelet tech, but I'm not sure.
そうしなければゼロの思惑通りになってしまうからね。
ってことはニルスを殺したの？
ああ、おそらくゼロだろう。というかだな、そもそもまず真っ先に疑うべきなのはゼロだろう。奴はこのゲームの首謀者なんだぞ。我々を拉致してきたのもゼロだ。そいつがニルスを殺したと考える方が自然じゃないかね。
どうなんだろ
Junpei really hadn't really considered that.
う。もしもニルスを殺したのがゼロだとするなら、
Junpei, was Zero still on the ship with them? I think Zero's one of us, so so I do think he's on the ship with us, but I'm not 100%. I'll go, of course. We'll go with my gut. Of course he was. That was obvious.
そうだよな。
Zero was somewhere on the ship, but Junpei had no idea where. Junpei mumbled to himself, lost in thought. Damn, I think we gave the impression that Zero was another person. That's not what I actually wanted to do. Oh well. Suddenly everyone went very quiet. The silence was cold and clammy, and Junpei could feel it crawling across his back and around his throat. And then he heard the ghosting, moaning noise. And moments later, a person who looked more ghost than human appeared. Hi, Clover. It's such that you're back in this state after we hyped you up. Hopefully we can return you back to normal. It was Clover. She looked at the floor as she spoke, and her voice was a cold monotone.
多分ゼロはこの中に。
Agreed. Every human body in the room froze. The only sound was the muffled rustling of breath. Eyes darted from face to face, one of those faces with the face of their jailer. But who? Was he one of them? I think it's pretty possible.
四つ葉の言った通り、この中にゼロがいるのかも。
何を言ってるんですか、純平くん。さっきの一宮さんの話聞いてなかったんですか？
ああ、そうだ。むやみに疑い合うのはやめようとあれほど。
That would be a great bait, that Zero is actually like a totally different person, and like part of his plan was to make us suspect each other. Oh man, the master plan. It's to outthink the big brainers like myself.
むやみ？むやみなんかじゃないさ。ちゃん？
何なんだその根拠っていうのは。
バングルだよ。
He held out his left arm.
どうして体内にある小型爆弾はバングルと連動してるんだ？ゼロはどこかで俺たちの行動を監視してるんじゃなかったのか？だったらルール違反を犯した場合は遠隔操作か何かで爆発すれば済むことだろう。その方が確実だし、手間もかからない。なんでバングルの送信機を介して爆発するような仕組みになってるんだよ。
That's some weird ass logic, Junpei, but I understand, but I don't know if that's the best way to give an argument about why Zero's here.
それもそうだな。
それだけじゃないぜ。これは
He's going big
ゲ
brain!
ームのすべてについて言えることだ。
I like it.
船内にある数々の仕掛けは全部自動的に機能するようになってる。つまりゼロの手を一切介することなく何もかもが勝手に進行するようになってるってことだ。なぜだ？どうしてゼロはそんなめんどくさい仕掛けを施したんだ？
Junpei let the question hang in the air and looked at the others. It was Santa who answered.
ゼロは俺たちの中に紛れ込んでいる。だとすると、逐一行動を監視したり、遠隔操作で何かを動かしたりするのは難しい。
It's true.
だから船内の仕掛けは全て自動的に動くようにしておかなければならなかった。そういうことだな。
そうだ。
Junpei nodded.
セブン、確かお前はさっきニルス殺しの犯人は俺たちの中にいるみたいなことを言ってたよな。
ああ、言ったな。
次は一宮。あんたに聞きたい。あんたは確かゼロこそがニルス殺しの犯人だってそう思ってるんだったよな。
ああ、その通り。それしか考えられないだろう。
じゃあこの2つの主張を合わせてみるとどうなる？
Ooh. You know how we do basic addition in this game? We're basically adding each other's ideas. There you
連
go.
立方程式みたいなもんだ。解くとこうなるだろう。ニルス殺しの犯人イコールゼロイコール
It doesn't necessarily need to be that though. Like, what if someone's just really wants to get out of here and is doing some serious power plays? But it's a good assumption.
要するにセブンと一宮の言ってることは矛盾せずに共存
But I
でき
agree.
る。
Yeah, they complement each other pretty well. That's a great way of putting it.
ゼロがこの中にいるとするならな。
No one spoke. Their faces were grim, but Junpei wasn't sure if they believed him or not. Finally, Lotus spoke up.
で、動機は何なのよ。
動機？
そう、大事なことでしょ。どうしてゼロは私たちの中に紛れ込む必要があったのか。
それはその
Junpei choked. He hadn't thought of that, and he had to be honest with himself. He had no idea.
わからない。
Lotus sighed.
説得力が大幅にダウンね。
It's fine. You did this with Seven on his idea of the ship being the Britannic or the Gigantic, whatever one it was. It doesn't matter. You don't need a motive. The general idea is actually good enough.
つまり状況証拠だけってことか。
Shut up. There's no way. It made so much sense, and you guys are just gonna brush it off like this? You're sus. Lotus and Ace, you're sus.
それだけじゃなんとかな。
You guys are weird. Let's go, Clover. Let's trim these guys. How much are we? 5 plus 4, 9. Well, we'll need a couple more people, but trim these idiots. Junpei was painfully aware of their eyes on him and their disapproval. It's like, I don't know, it's so weird. Like, you need a super concrete theory for it to apply to the situation. Like, what's the point? Like, no you don't. Can you guys not connect the dots without it? Then in that horrible silence, there goes another hour. They heard a bell begin to ring. It was the clock at the central staircase.
あの時計の鐘の音だな。
Ooh, only
3時か。
3 hours left.
タイムリミットまであと3時間ね。
How's our flowchart looking? Did we fuck up? No, we're about to hit the split. Just pray we don't hit this. This one scares me so much because it doesn't have a lower part. That's the Santa route. I'm telling you.
とにかく
Actually, it
今は
wouldn't be,
知らぬまい
because Santa's probably the culprit, so there's probably like some revealing endings or whatever. That's the go with a team with no way out.
セブン、四つ葉、順平君。3人の言いたいことは分かったが、今はそれよりもお互いを信じることの方がはるかに大事だ。
We need to trust each other, but I have you all my suspects. All of you. Actually, we can not trim Lotus. We know Lotus is like that already, but it's still weird how you guys can't even consider that a possible theory. 7's weird to me though. 7's weird, Santa's been weird. Clover is honestly good to me. I don't think Clover killed Snake. I think Clover is actually good to me. I don't know if they're really siblings or whatever, but I think Clover's pretty innocent. How's Junpei, Clover, June's team looking? If you have to trim Lotus, because we can't bring Lotus. So we either need 18, which is Santa, or we need 27. How do we make 27? Plus 8 would be 23. Then you can't make 27, right? You need another plus 4. So plus 7 would be 22. Then you would need a 6, which that doesn't work. Plus... Huh, so we can only escape with Santa, I think. That's bummy. If you want to go with Clover. Junpei couldn't bring himself to respond. He swallowed the words he wanted to say inside. 7 and Clover remained similarly silent. Their eyes were looking at something somewhere else, very far away.
さあ、時間がない。行こう。
Ace's words put their feet into moving. You know what? We'll wrap it up at there. I think this was a good episode. So Snake is confirmed dead, probably. I mean, he could be alive. Because they really messed up. If a body's... Let me give you a tip. If a body is ever super mutilated to the point where you're having trouble identifying it in a sort of mysterious game like this, then you shouldn't write off the body. Especially if there's already a previous body, like the 9th man they can abuse and just change clothes or whatever. I mean, there's a bunch of closets and rooms, so I'm sure it's not hard to find some spare clothes. But anyways, we're about to have new teams. I don't know what our squad's gonna look like. Sitzer won. We could go Lotus, June, Junpei. It's definitely a squad I don't hate. See if we can get a Clover squad running too. That would be good. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. I think this was a pretty fun segment, and yeah, next time teams, maybe we'll start an escape. That'd be fun. You know, I love my escapes. But I guess you'll have to see next time. Thanks for watching as always. Hopefully the video has been satisfactory. And yeah, have a great day. Good night / whatever. Bye.